Hey guys, so for math, we are still in Module 2 and we're learning about measurement. And last time we got together, we were talking about centimeters and different ways that we can do approximate measurements. And today, I actually want you to get a tool, a ruler, one that has centimeters on it. Remember, centimeters is that little cm that you see right there. And we're going to do some actual measurements and we're going to compare those measurements today. So I went around my house and I found a crayon and this yummy little Swedish fish. And we're going to first measure these two items. Now remember, every ruler is a little bit different. Some rulers have you starting at the end, but some rulers like this one, you can see the 0 starts right here. You want to make sure and line that up at your start point, okay? And then your end point clearly is where the crayon tip ends, which is closest to the 9 centimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and write that measurement down. And that is an exact, okay? It's not an approximate. I'm not using my fingers or something that's about a centimeter. I'm going to do the same thing with the fish, making sure his tail lines up with my 0, the start point. And then the end point, he is closest to the 5, so I'm going to call this 5 centimeters. Okay? So then, what if I asked you, what would happen if I wanted the crayon and the fish together? What is the length of the crayon and the fish together? Well, together, you can think about it like this. So if I were to put, here's the crayon, I'll label it with a C, and here's the fish. The length of the crayon and the fish together. Putting two things together might make you think, oh, addition. So I'm wanting to know together their length. So 9 plus 5. And I'm going to do the take 10 or make a 10 method. And so I'm going to make a 10 here. So it would be 9 plus 1 is 10 plus whatever I have left is 4, which is 14. So my crayon, sorry, I forgot to label my fish there. My crayon and my fish together, their length would be 14 centimeters. Okay, so that's one way to compare the two. Okay, and so I'm going to leave their measurements because their actual measurements don't change. But now I'm going to ask you a different question. What if I said, how much shorter is the fish than the crayon? Because obviously he's smaller. Look, if I put him up side by side, he is shorter. But how much shorter? Okay, so we can kind of do a drawing, same type of thing, except this time, here's my crayon. I'm going to label it with a C. My crayon we know is 9 centimeters. And my fish, I'm going to start my box at the same point here. We know Mr. Fish is 5 centimeters. But what I'm asking is how much shorter is he than the crayon? So what I'm asking you is how much would it be from here to here? So those of you that see this, you might think, ooh, there's a part and a part that makes a whole. What does that remind you of? A number bond. So my whole being 9, one of my parts being, let me scoot this over so you can see, one of my parts being 5 and the other part I don't know. And if you remember, in labeling our number bond, I always do minus, minus, plus. Well, I don't have two numbers I can add with, but I definitely have two numbers I can subtract with. So if I were to subtract 9 minus 5, you could actually do, that's a finger one. So I have 9, and I'm taking away 5. How many do I have left? 4. So I know now this isn't in question anymore. I know that this is 4. And this also is not in question. I know that this is 4. So I can now say that the fish is 4 centimeters shorter than the crayon. So I want you today to go around in your house. I want you to find some things to compare measurements. They could even be, if you have a measuring tape, you could compare the measurements of people. That would be fun. Or you can find different toys that you have and just compare and see if you can see how much shorter certain things are than other things. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Bye.